class. Today we are going to talk about the theorems. On Monday during the live class we have already discussed about the starting of the theorem, and we have discussed the concept of similarity and similarity of triangles. Here in this video we are going to talk about two theorems. The first theorem is known as the basic proportionality theorem or the Thales theorem. The theorem says if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides in distinct points, the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. The other two sides are divided in the same ratio. That means if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle, if I am taking triangle ABC, if I am taking the side BC, if a particular line is drawn parallel to this line, then what happens? The other two sides in distinct, the triangle, it intersects the other two sides in distinct points. The other two sides are divided in the same ratio. That means this line is going to divide AB at point B, and it is going to divide AC at point E. And the ratio will always be the same. That means AD upon DB will be equal to AE upon EC. Simple enough. Now for this, what do we have to do? First of all, we are going to write what is given. Given the triangle is ABC and DE is parallel to BC. We have to prove that AD upon DB equals to AE upon EC. Firstly, what we are going to do, we are going to join the lines from B to E. We are going to construct the line B to E, and we are going to construct the line from D to C. Then what we are going to do, we are going to drop a perpendicular from E to AD. If you see, this is a perpendicular. This is perpendicular. Let's say N, this point, and from here, from D on AE, let this be point N. This is the perpendicular. Is that clear? Copy down this much, children, then we'll begin with the solution. Now, in the proof, we will write let us join B to E and D to C. So over here we will write, let us construct a line from B to E and C to D or D to C. And we have also drawn a perpendicular over here from E on AD such that EN is perpendicular to AED. EN is perpendicular to AD, and from D we have dropped a perpendicular on AE, so DN is perpendicular. DN is perpendicular to AE. Right? Now we are going to take triangle ADE. We are going to take triangle ADE. So over here we will write area of triangle ADE. Area of triangle ADE is equals to. Now if you see the area of triangle ADE, this is ADE, right? Area of triangle ADE is what? Half into base into height, which is equals to, we will write half into base is what we are taking? Base we are taking AD into height. Height is what? Height we can take EM, right? So over here, half into AD into EM. Is that clear? Copy down this much. Now, area of triangle ADE we have taken. We are going to take area of triangle BDE. This is BDE, this triangle. So over here, we will write similarly, area of triangle BDE is equals to, if this is BDE, naturally over here this line is extending and this is the height, so we are going to write half into base. Base we are taking as BD, okay? Half into BD into height is what, children? Height is EN, right? Doesn't matter if it is lying outside, the line is extending over here and hence this is the perpendicular. So for BDE, this is going to be the height, right? Similarly, area of triangle BDE is half into base into height. Next, we are going to take the triangle again, triangle ADE. You can also write, children, area of triangle ADE is equals to, now area of triangle ADE can also be written as half into base into height. Height we can also take over here DN. We have two heights. If you notice, children, ADE, we have two heights over here, EN and DN. So over here we can also write half area of triangle ADE is equals to half into base we will take EAE into height is what? DM. Also, area of triangle DCE, area of triangle DCE is equals to half into, you can see over here, children, if this is the triangle and this is the perpendicular dropped away, that means this is the particular height. So area of triangle DCE is equals to half into base is EC into height is how much, children? Height is DM. Right? This much is clear. We have found area of triangle ADE in two different ways by taking two perpendiculars. Firstly EN and secondly DM, and then we have taken triangle BDE and triangle DEC, having BD and EC as the base. Is that clear? Now, after writing this, we are going to take the ratios. Okay. To find the ratio of AD upon DB, which two triangles we will take? We will take triangle ADE and triangle DBE. Is that clear? Oh, sorry, triangle BDE. So over here we will write, therefore, area of triangle ADE upon area of triangle BDE is equals to, area of triangle AD is what? Half into base AD into height is EN, whole upon area of triangle BDE, half into base is BD into height is what? EN. So from here, half and half gets cancelled, EN and EN gets cancelled. We have the ratio AD upon BD. AD upon BD, we can write it as DB also. So this brings you DB. So over here area of triangle ADE upon area of triangle BDE is equals to AD upon DB. Right. Next, we have to take the ratio AE upon EC. We are moving to the second part of the proofing. So over here, this we want AE upon EC. Still, we haven't proved that they are equal. We have just found the ratio. Okay. Now, for this we need triangle ADE and triangle DEC. We have triangle ADE and we have triangle DCE or DEC. So over here we are going to write area of triangle ADE upon area of triangle DCE is equals to half into base. Over here we have taken AE into height we have taken DN, whole upon half into AE. AE was the base in the first one. We have EC over here into DN. DN and half gets cancelled. We have AE upon EC. Okay. So the ratio we have found out, AD upon DB and AE upon EC. Now we have to prove that they are equal. That means AD upon DB is equals to AE upon EC. We have to prove. Copy down this much and then we are going to move to the next one. Now, let this be equation 1 and let this be equation number 2. One more property we can see here, children. Triangle DBE and triangle DCE, they lie on the same base, that is DE, and between the same parallels, that is DE and BC. Therefore, the area is equal. That means area of triangle DBE is equal to area of triangle DEC. Now the next step from here, what we're going to do, we're going to take the reciprocals. We will write over here, taking the reciprocals and multiplying and multiplying. We will also multiply triangle ADE on both the sides. Multiplying triangle ADE on both sides. We get. Now, why this is important, children? We know that the area of triangle DBE is equals to area of triangle DEC. Therefore, this particular part will be equal to this particular part. But what about AD and AE? Isn't it? We have to prove AD upon DB is equals to AE upon EC. So, until and unless these both things get proved, the whole theorem is incomplete. So, what we are going to do, firstly we are going to take the reciprocal. That means this will be 1 upon area of triangle DBE is equals to 1 upon area of triangle DCE. And also we are multiplying triangle ADE on both the sides. So this, when on multiplication, what will it become? It will become area of triangle ADE. Here also it will become area of triangle ADE. Okay? Over here just mention area. Area of triangle ADE. Now, area of triangle ADE and area upon area of triangle BDE or DBE, what do we have? We have AD upon DB. So this gets AD upon DB implies. Next we have area of triangle ADE upon area of triangle DCE, which gives us AE upon AE upon EC. AE upon EC. So in the brackets we are going to write from 1 and 2. From 1 and 2 we get, and we prove now that AD upon DB equals to AE upon EC. This is your basic proportionality theorem or Thales theorem. At the end you are going to write hence proved. Is that clear? Now we are going to prove the converse of this theorem. Copy down this much, children. We are going to move on to the next theorem. Our next theorem is the converse of the basic proportionality theorem, or the reverse of the basic proportionality theorem. Theorem 6.2 states that if a line divides any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio, then the line is parallel to the third side. That means, suppose a line is there, L, which is dividing the other line, then it's given that these two sides or the ratios of this upon this and this upon this is the same. So it's given over here, if a line divides any two sides of a triangle, suppose this is a line which is dividing any two sides of the triangle, then if the ratios are equal, then this line must be parallel to the third side. Okay. So what is given over here? It is given a triangle ABC and a line L is given, which is intersecting AB and AC at D and E. Okay. Such that AD upon DB equals to AE upon EC. This is given that the line, if a line is passing through it, it will, if it is dividing these ratios and if the ratios are equal, then this line is parallel to the third side. So this thing is already given. What do we have to prove? We have to prove that DE is parallel to BC. Okay. Now we are going to take the contradiction first of all. If possible, let DE be not parallel to BC. Now, if DE is not parallel to BC, then let us assume that DF is parallel to BC. Is that clear? Let DF be parallel to BC. Why are we taking DF parallel to BC? Because it is the contradiction. Since DF is parallel to BC, therefore, from basic proportionality theorem, we have, over here we have AD upon DB is equals to AF upon FC, right? According to the basic proportionality theorem, it is given that AD, it states that AD upon DB is equals to AF upon FC. We are taking the line TF. Okay. Now let this be equation 1. But what is given in the statement, in the theorem? What it is stating, it is already given that AD upon DB is equals to AE upon EC. AE upon EC. Let this be number 2. Since over here you can say that AD upon DB is equals to AF upon FC, AD upon DB is also equals to AE upon EC, which implies AF upon FC is equals to AE upon EC. Okay. Now in this step, what we are going to do, we are going to add +1 to both sides. Adding 1 to both sides. Now what will happen if we will add 1 to both the sides? We will get AF upon FC plus 1 is equals to AE upon EC plus 1. Let us take the LCM. We have AF plus FC whole upon FC, which is equals to AE plus EC whole upon EC. Is that clear? What did we do? This was, the theorem is stating that we have to prove that DE is parallel to BC. Is that clear? Now we are taking the contradiction. Let there be another line DF, okay, which is parallel to BC. Now with the help of that contradiction, based on the basic proportionality theorem, we have, if there is a line which is parallel to the third side, then this upon this and this upon this, the ratios will be same. So over here, AD upon DB is equals to AF upon FC. But what is given? But over here it is already given that AD upon DB equals to AE upon EC. Here you will mention given. Okay? Here you will mention given. So both these terms are equal to AD upon DB. Therefore, they are also equal. AF upon FC equals to AE upon EC. Now what we will do, add 1 to both the sides. After adding 1 to both the sides, take the LCM. We have AF plus FC upon FC equals to AE plus EC upon EC. Is that clear? Next we are going to move on. Copy down this much. Now AF plus FC. AF plus FC is giving you what, children? It is giving you AC upon FC, which is equals to AE plus EC. AE plus EC is also equals to AC upon EC, right? Now from here you can see on both the sides we have AC and AC. If we cancel this over here, what do we get? FC is equals to EC. That means FC, this part, understand children, FC is equals to EC. But when is this possible? You can see the line DF and DE are different. But over here, with this while adding 1 on both the sides and after taking the LCM, we found that FC is equals to EC. This is only possible. This is only possible when F will coincide with E. Okay, that means the point F will be same as it is of E. When F will coincide with E. And when F coincides with E, then DF is what? It becomes L only, which implies that DF is L itself. L is what? L is the line. It's written if a line divides any two sides of a triangle. So if F is coinciding with E, that means DF is the line L only. And from here we infer that L is parallel to BC. L is parallel to BC. But what we have already assumed, we already know that DE is parallel to BC, isn't it? Over here we will write, but DE is parallel to BC. Hence, what have we included from here? If FC is equals to EC, then F must coincide with E, and if F is coinciding with E, that means DF is equals to DE, and DE is what? DE is the line parallel to BC. That means N is the line which is parallel to BC. Therefore, DE is nothing but N itself. Okay. So over here, but DE is parallel to BC. Over here, we've already written L is parallel to BC, but DE is parallel to BC. Hence, proved. Last statement we're going to write, DE is parallel to BC. Hence, proved. So, this was the reverse theorem that it was given. If a line is dividing any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio, this is a line which is dividing AD in two parts, AD and DB, and it is dividing line AC into two parts, AE and EC. Okay. Now, if it is dividing it into two parts, then the ratio, that is AD upon DB equals to AE upon EC, should be the same. They should be equal. Then the line is said to be parallel to the third side. Is that clear, children? Hence proved. Copy down this much. Now, we are going to move to question number 1 of exercise 6.2. The first one, both the triangles are ABC. The line DE is parallel to BC. Over here also the line DE is parallel to BC. Now, in the first one they are asking about EC, and they are asking, in this second figure they are asking about the length of AD. Okay, so over here firstly in the solution part, what we are going to do, since the line is parallel to this side, it's given that DE is parallel to BC. Therefore, the ratios will be same. We know by basic proportionality theorem or Thales theorem that AD upon DB is equals to AE upon EC. Alright, here we are going to write by basic proportionality theorem. By basic proportionality theorem. Alright. So AD, how much is AD? It is 1.5 centimeter upon, this implies DB is 3 centimeter, which is equals to AE is 1 upon EC. Alright, now how to find EC? This implies we will bring EC over here. This will be, when EC will be over here, this will come down and this will go up. So this will be 3 upon 1.5. Now, 3 upon 1.5, if you are not comfortable with this, either you go with the division method, or we can remove the decimal over here. This will become what? By multiplying by 10, this will become 30 upon 15, isn't it? If you are going to multiply by 10, what will happen? The decimal will shift. So this is 15 ones are 15, 15 twos are 30, which is equals to 2 centimeter. Is that clear? Same thing we are going to do it over here. It's given over here. It's already given that it's given DE is parallel to BC. Alright, which implies AD upon DB is equals to AE upon EC by basic proportionality theorem. Basic proportionality theorem. Children, you will write the full thing. Is that clear? Which implies AD we do not know, so AD will be as it is, whole upon BD or DB is 7.2, which is equals to AE is 1.8 upon this is 5.4 centimeter. Alright, so AD will be how much? AD is equals to 1.8, this will go up into 7.2 whole upon 5.4. Multiply this full thing by 10. Multiply this full thing by 10. What we will get, children? AD, to remove the decimal, okay, it will be 18 into 72 upon 54. Now 18, what's the 54? 18 3s is 54. And this is 3 This will go by 3 2s are 6, 3 4s are 12, 24 centimeter. Is that clear? So thank you children. This is the first question. We will stop here. Next in the live video we are going to discuss about the rest of the exercise. Thank you. If we are multiplying by 10 on RHS, we have to multiply by 10 on LHS as well. This will be multiplied by 10, AD multiplied by 10. Now after solving it, when it becomes 24 centimeter, this AD is multiplied by 10, this 10 will shift down, and finally AD will be equal to 24 upon 10, which is equals to 2.4 centimeter. Your final answer is 2.4 centimeter. Is that clear? Children, we end this video over here only. We have discussed two theorems. First, the basic proportionality theorem or the Thales theorem. Second, the converse of basic proportionality theorem, and exercise 6.2 question number 1, both the first and the second part. In the next live video, we are going to discuss the rest of the exercise. Thank you children.